But the very first boy ever to be placed on a milk carton 10 years ago is still missing. His name is Johnny Gosch. He was last seen on his Sunday morning paper route in September of 1982. For his parents, it has been 10 years filled with anguish, frustration, and tears. For police and the FBI, it has meant hundreds of interviews and thousands of man-hours. The result? No leads, no arrests, not even any suspects. Now a convicted sex abuser has come forward to say he was there the day Johnny was kidnapped, and that he has in fact seen him since. Johnny's mother believes him, but the police won't even talk to him. In a moment, we will. But first, let's meet Johnny's mother, Noreen Gosch, and the investigator who is helping her, Roy Stevens. Please welcome them. How have these last 10 years been for you and your family?
They have been so stressful. It's very difficult to even describe to someone who's not been through it. You have, first of all, the tearing pain of being separated from your child, wondering if they're dead or alive or who's doing what to them. You have the work that you encounter trying to locate them, trying to find them, some shred of information that might help. It's just a level of frustration and pain that I never thought I would live through or experience in my entire life.
There must be days when you almost wish that his body had turned up so that the ordeal would be over.
In the kindest way, if Johnny could not be found and have a decent life, I would rather him be at peace, yes. And that's very difficult for me to say publicly, but it's true.
Well, the guilt associated with that feeling even.
Oh, it is. And even the guilt associated with perhaps having food to eat, a bed to sleep in when he might not even have those basic human comforts. It's a survivor guilt that you go through as well.
When was the last time you saw him?
The last time I saw Johnny was the night of the Last Supper, I call it. Both of my other children were home, which was unusual to have everybody there at one time. My daughter's fiance was there, and we had a very nice dinner. Kids were joking around. They were having a great time. And Johnny said, I have to get ready to go to bed because I want to do my paper route in the morning early so we can go to the lake. And he was going to get to take his best friend. So he said goodnight to everyone, gave me a kiss, and went upstairs. Pretty soon he came back downstairs. He came around in the kitchen, put his arms around me, and he gave me an extra kiss on the cheek, and he says, Mom, I really love you. You're the best. And he turned the corner and went up the stairs, and I never saw him again. It was the last time.
How did you then find out he was missing?
The next morning, the phone rang a little before 7. Some of the neighbors didn't get their papers. So we just assumed that Johnny was running late and had just gotten up late. So my husband went out to try and help him on the route, and that's when he found Johnny's wagon sitting at the street corner with the papers still loaded. He had not even cut one bundle, and he was gone. And we knew something terrible had happened. Our son was a very responsible boy. He did not, he was there for his route. He had a perfect service award for every month he had it. He wasn't the type to skip out.
You knew it, but it took 72 hours for the police to begin an investigation.
It took 72 hours to start what they call an investigation. By the time the police arrived, 45 minutes after I placed the call to enter him as a missing person, I had already talked to all the witnesses. I had the description of the car. I had the description of the man Johnny was last seen talking to, and a description of a partial license plate. I did all that before they got there.
You have, over the last 10 years, had how many leads, would you say?
Hundreds. And
that you have followed up on yourself?
Oh, yes. We don't take the luxury of just saying this lead might be something or this lead might not. We check it out, even though many of them are dead ends. We've also had approximately 700 psychics call us, meaning well, but it didn't help.
Right. Why are you convinced that this man who is now behind bars is a person with real information?
Paul Bonacci has been able to supply us with information that only he could have known if he had been with my son at some point in time. For instance, there was a scar above Johnny's ankle, a scar that we never reported to the media, never reported to the police. Paul was able to correctly describe that scar, the color of it, the shape of it, and the location. Paul also was able to fill me in on details of things that Johnny had said to him. Again, for instance, I teach yoga, and I have taught for about 17 years. He told me that Johnny told him that he used to go to yoga class with me on nights when I didn't have a babysitter, because I wouldn't leave him home alone. And he would take his schoolwork and finish it in the back of the room, and then the two of us would go out to his favorite Mexican restaurant to eat afterwards. And that was some of his special times he remembered with me.
And this man knew that?
This man knew that. He told me that at the prison.
You saw him at the prison?
Yes.
And we actually have videotape of you meeting this man for the first time.
I don't blame you.
I wish I didn't. I feel so good. I feel so bad about it, because what they made me do.